Good Wednesday morning.
Hello guys, how are you doing? Another episode of Waste Not Wednesday coming to you.
If you haven't been watching our channel and you don't know what we do here, we do DIY, painting, upcycling, reclaiming. On Wednesdays, we bring you junk turned into good stuff.
This junk, this is old salvage beadboard.
Yeah, it's from the Clifton House. If you guys haven't watched that, search the video Clifton House and you'll find that. And we're going to be creating some planters here. I was inspired by somebody I saw on Instagram. I'm actually going to look their name up because I feel like when you are inspired, you need to give credit where credit is due. So this person is at Happy Hopi Home. We'll drop that in the description box when we're no longer live. She used IOD mold and tin cans to create some cute little lavender planters. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And we're going to be using some chippy wood. Make sure you hit subscribe and notifications so you never miss a live. Wednesdays, 10:30 Utah time, we're live. And then on Saturdays, we're live at 8:30 Utah time with our hauls.
8:30 p.m.
8:30 p.m., sorry. And various DIYs throughout the week. So we're going to get started here. We have 4 spaghetti cans because they're a little bit bigger. Although, hold on, they've got some paper still on them.
Oh, Caitlin is on.
Oh, hey, Caitlin.
We got my brother Ty set up to be moderator because we didn't think Caitlin was going to make it. She's traveling down in Arizona right now.
Ty, you can go back to bed. All right, so I'm going to dry these off. I just washed them and removed the labels. They've got the glue still stuck on the back, but we'll just paint right over that. It'll be all right.
Yep.
Okay, so we've got DIY paint. It sticks to almost anything, including metal. So
these are just pint size.
And we're going to be planting these lavenders. We're going to move those aside because we don't need those till we're all done. Hopefully we make it to that far. We only got an hour here. We have some IOD molds and IOD clay. And we're going to be embellishing our soup cans here. Now, I'm going to tell you guys this in the beginning of the video because I don't want to forget. We have a sale going on through, I believe, correct me, Caitlin, if I'm wrong, 10 p.m. tonight, Utah time.
It is 10 p.m. tonight.
On select IOD products. If you haven't checked it out, go to jamirayvintage.com, click the sale album. I can't even talk. Sale album. Anything in the sale album is 20% off, and you just use code IOD. So now you have it. It's a real quick flash sale, so I don't want anybody to miss it. Okay, should we get started making some molds here?
Yep.
So I only want to do probably the top part of the cans because, or at least it needs to be seen because it's going to go in this little crate.
Which molds do you want to use?
I don't know. I don't know. What should we use?
Caitlin, if you're able to, drop the link for that sale.
Okay, I wanted to do one at least with the laurel mold here. So you want to do that one first?
So the big laurel, yeah. Okay.
So if you roll it kind of like Play-Doh and then you use your finger and push it in there and then you can push it and then you could get, it's got that micro rim.
I'm going to bring them up close so they can watch.
Okay. You do that. I'm going to work on a rabbit while you do that.
You can also use resin. It just takes a little longer to set up, so we're going to use the paper clay for the live video.
Okay.
All right, they can see what we're doing.
Our shiny cans, hard to paint. They can be, but
you could always, if you're worried about it, you could scuff them up with some sandpaper, but these will work just fine with the DIY paint. It'll stick to them.
Yeah, only really pull out as much clay as you're going to need to work with because it will dry out. Oh, you're supposed to cornstarch these. Hopefully they come out.
I did. I've been cheating and not cornstarching anything.
Well, this clay has been around for a hot minute, so it's a little bit drier. The wetter your clay is, then you need to dust cornstarch on it.
Yep, dust cornstarch in your mold, and then the clay will release out really easily.
So if these stick, we'll just go grab that.
I need to get a stick to scrape those out with.
No, you don't. You use your finger.
But I like to use the stick.
You like to use the stick.
Well,
I just use my
nice
finger.
And flat.
Mine's flat enough.
Flat enough.
All right, there we go, bunny. And then you use, we need a not gross surface. Hold on.
You need something nice and clean to work on. And then if you don't have enough, you can just go back and put more clay where you need to. It's
basically like using Play-Doh. And you guys, this is paper clay. Not all paper clay is created equal.
No.
This is made by IOD. Oh, this is popping out just fine.
Yeah, I haven't had any issues.
If it sticks, then you just need to use cornstarch in there and dust it in like you would do a baking pan.
Yeah,
So
they used to have an older formula of paper clay, and it was not as easy to work with as this.
Did you see how I did that? So you're gonna use your force, and you're gonna pull it up and slowly go out and pull it out of the mold. That way you don't mess with the image quality. Okay, we have never used this before, but we couldn't find quick and thick, which is the preferred method. So we're using heavy duty construction adhesive. You know what we probably need is some, what's that called? Popsicle sticks. Let me go in Eliza's room and grab those. You talk to the people.
All right. So we're past Memorial Day. How was everyone's Memorial Day? Did you guys all get out and barbecue and go camping and things? If you're in the U.S., that's usually the typical way we celebrate. Lots of parades, rodeos, things like that going down. All right, so this should be ready to pull up. I didn't quite have enough when I started on my roll, but just loosen it up there, flop it over like Jamie did, and it comes right out perfect every time. Oh, I got a little crack in it. That's okay, we'll glue it on.
So this is construction adhesive. I don't want to use my fingers.
Nope, and this Gorilla construction adhesive dries, well, it sets in 30 seconds, so you don't have a lot of time to work with it, which is why we got it, because we want it to set with the can pretty quickly.
And it adheres to metal and wood and
all kinds of stuff. It was,
we'll see.
Ceramic.
Nothing like trying things out on a live video.
That's a lot of glue.
Well,
you may not have needed that much.
I just put a little bit of glue. It's just kind of...
Here, make sure you get the ears good, because those are probably, if you're going to get cracks, it's in the small little creases.
Well, you might get cracks anyways, so. All right.
Barbecuing and picnicking. Yep, it's that season. It's finally, I think we're finally done raining here.
All right, I'm going to leave that on its side.
It's been the wettest spring I've ever seen in Utah in the 10 years we've lived here.
I feel like use a little by its head.
So we use E6000, Tammy, on the IOD molds and the paper clay a lot, especially with resin. It works really well, but it doesn't set up very fast. It takes about an hour to set up, and for the purposes of a live video, that's too long. Like, we won't be able to show you what it looks like when we paint it. So that's why we're not using the E6000.
I don't want that rolling around.
But the E6000 does work very well. We're just trying out this Gorilla Glue because it said it's set in 30 seconds, and it's not super glue. It's like a thicker adhesive type glue.
Yep. All right. So I think we're gonna do a. Oh, you did rip this. Okay.
Yep. It has a little crack. I didn't.
All right. Yeah. This clay must have been sat out for a while. It's a little drier.
Well, we opened this clay because we haven't used molds in a while. We opened this clay probably beginning of April, and it's just been sitting in a Ziploc bag, so it's a little drier than it normally would be. You can moisten it up with like a little bit of water, but I wouldn't worry about it. Or I've heard
people put a baby wipe in it.
Yeah, baby wipes will do it, like a damp paper towel. Treat it like it's like a lemon or something.
Yeah, we've never done this project before, so proof positive that anybody can do this craft. And almost everybody eats food out of a can at some point in their life.
Yeah, so this is the Laurel mold that I'm using. And it's got lots of fun details and things and big wreaths and stuff like that.
I only need the bottom half anyways.
Yep, you're probably not going to need the whole thing. And then
I'm probably not supposed to get it on my hands.
Is the fleur de lis, which has kind of a bunch of like French accent pieces and things. There's a heart. You got a rooster, a larger heart. This bunny. So there's some fun stuff there.
Well, I gotta watch this.
And of course the fleur de lis. There's two of them, two options on that.
All right, so we're gonna choose this bottom half on another can. I do like a little baby fleur de lis.
All right, so.
Oh, do you need my situation here?
Just right here. I'm gonna.
All right, we're gonna use. So we use the top part on this one.
Why is there water running off of that?
Oh, that's the wrong direction.
Oh no! Hurry! You only have 30 seconds. All right, so this one I used.
True that.
I used more paper clay, and it didn't break.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I just need this bottom half here, where it's gonna break now. Because I gotta hurry this up, because this construction adhesive is.
Thanks, Jami Vintage Vel. Thanks for the shout out on the channel members. We're gonna be doing a video probably next week all about how to use the channel membership and the benefits and things. And we've got some testimonials from some of the members and how it's helped them.
I don't like that.
You don't like how that's on there?
It's too low.
Well, you were supposed to do them high because that's what's going to
but
pop
I did
up
it
over the wood.
down. Hold on.
You might just have to scrap it if the glue's drying.
I gotta wash this glue off.
Wash the glue off quick. All right, so I'll show you guys up close. The rabbit is on there and already sticking pretty well. It doesn't seem like it wants to slide. This Gorilla Glue that we're using, it's the construction adhesive. It's pretty thick, so it's easy to get on there, and then it'll hold it. Like you can see, I'm holding it vertical here, and that isn't falling or sliding or slipping, and it's supposed to set up in about 30 seconds, and it says it takes 24 hours to cure hard, but it'll be paintable here in a few minutes.
And it does not expand like traditional Gorilla Glue. I read the fine print on that one. All right, Zeb, do you want to put some more molds on my little bunny? And careful when you're putting them on, because this paper clay is soft like Play-Doh, so you're going to lose some of the quality of your image if you push too hard. All right, more glue, because that...
All right, I'm going to bring the camera up a little bit so they can see us while we're talking to them.
This is not easy to work with. I wish I had quick and thick.
It's probably the same consistency. I think it's
no, quick and thick
stuff.
is more like...
Is it more like wood glue?
Like wood glue, yeah. This is like...
So what do you want on here? Can I put like these
like
two little leaves?
Thick toothpaste. That's kind of what it reminds me of.
It's working really well. So I'm gonna do a couple of these over on the side of the bunny, because you won't see this down under the planter.
Yeah, we only really need to decorate the top parts. Okay,
Yeah,
so
if you were gonna leave it visible, you could. And we'll build the planter here in a sec, so I'll show you how I put that together.
Yeah, we gotta get these going because I wanted them to dry a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna mold those to that.
Oop. Hey O'Day, can you go tell Harrington to turn his music off?
Yeah.
Say, hey Harrington, it's summertime almost. Like the kids have like 2 days left of school, but really they're just like doing yearbook signing and things like that. Yeah, I'm using it right now.
Okay. Okay.
My mold didn't go in how I wanted, so I'm starting over.
Okay.
So the kids may be popping in and out of the live videos. Jack's done with preschool and the kids are home,
got a few
so
kids
it's summertime.
We got a few kids in elementary school still.
But yeah, Harrington was like, I'm not going to yearbook signing. They're not taking roll.
No, yearbook signing was Friday. This
Oh,
week, there's nothing except today. Everybody's graduating. He went in because he had to make up a test on Tuesday, and there is nothing happening.
Yeah, so kids are home. He doesn't have perfect attendance, so he's not worried about that.
They don't even take attendance this time of year. Okay, those are on there. Ta-da. Boom. It doesn't look like much before it's painted.
Show them up close so they can see it.
It doesn't look great before it's painted, so it's not really much to see.
All right, well we got...
Okay, that's gonna dry like that. I didn't measure out.
Quick and Thick is made by Type Bond Glue. It's the same brand as the wood glue I use, but we couldn't find it at Home Depot. They sell it online at Home Depot, and Lowe's said they also had it online, but we did not find it in our hardware store.
Home Depot doesn't have it within 100 miles up here. We looked.
Yep, so...
I need a little bee. Can I squish it?
A little bee? A little tiny bee?
It's a little baby bee.
Yep.
Zeb's all official there, and I'm like, done. Boom. Squish that in there, no problem. Okay. I need that bee. Can I have a bee?
In a second. You have to wait. Be patient.
I have no patience in my body. All right.
Here, put that back in the
I think I'm going to do a rooster.
Here, I'll do it.
I'm going to do a rooster on this one. Yeah?
All right. So time to demold these. You can pull them out like this or press them down on the bigger ones, but that worked fine on the bee to just pop it out.
If you're going to be making, sorry, my head's cut off. If you're going to be making a bunch of molds and you need it for a project, like if you guys have seen Debbie's design diary, she did that dresser. You can actually put them in the freezer while you're making them, because a lot of people don't like them set up before they use them, and then you can bring them out and let them get to room temperature. So you can mold ahead of time. Cute Mara from Vintage Retail Therapy taught us that when we were there. And Debbie, when she uses mold, she uses mold. She
does like a whole side of a dresser on them.
Yeah. All right. I love the micro rim technology, although I'm pretty sure that Play-Doh came up with it first because Jack has some of this on his hamburgers and stuff.
On his Play-Doh hamburgers.
On his Play-Doh hamburgers. So
All
you
right.
just want to make sure that the rim is exposed all the way around.
Okay, so while you continue gluing those on, I'm gonna start building the planter holder hanger thing.
The thingy bobber?
Yep. All right, so this is the old bead board I showed at the beginning of the video. I just cut it down to size. It's a long strip. It's like 12 feet long. And you can see the chippy old paint. So I'm gonna put the sides together and then we'll put the bottom in. I'm gonna raise the bottom up a little bit. It's not gonna be flush with the bottom of the planter. That way the cans sit up a little higher in the board and you can see those molds good.
Don't want to do all this work for nothing. This chicken is a little bit more difficult to demold than one might assume.
All right.
I need to dust that chicken.
Oh, the chicken has a lot more detail than the other things we
All
did.
right, I'm gonna get to the chicken in a minute.
It's
I'm gonna
got feathers
zip up
and
my
things.
bag.
You need to go get some cornstarch?
Yeah, but I'm gonna put my bee on and.
Okay, so you could
What
glue...
are you doing with these? Where's this going? Around the side?
Yeah, they were gonna go around the side of the bunny there.
Okay.
So you could glue these. I'm not gonna sweat it. You know how I sweat things. So just gonna get the ends together here so that hopefully you can see them. I'm putting the ridge up on the top, the tongue of the groove. I'm gonna move some stuff out of the way first. You guys see what I'm doing all right there?
Maybe move that angle that way.
I'm gonna move the camera down.
They've already seen me what I'm doing, so.
Move the camera down so you guys can see it good. All right, so I'm just gonna nail these in. I'm using 18 gauge, they're 1.5 inch nails. And the nail gun is my M18 Milwaukee nailer. It'll do up to a 2-inch nail. I love it. It's super portable and handy. If I can't get to my air compressor to use my other nailer that I've got, it works great. We used it down in the basement to hang the faux brick on our German schmear project. So I made this a little wider. We wanted the cans to have a little bit of room in there with the molds on them.
All right, hopefully I did that right. It'd be better if I had a brush to brush this on, but I don't have one handy.
If I was gonna sell this and we weren't using it for ourselves, I'd probably glue it. But I'm in a hurry and it's a live video, so
How do you know I'm not selling it?
Well, it'll hold up good even if you decide to. These nails aren't going anywhere for the next 10 or 15 years. All right, so this is just gonna drop down. Oh, I did it wrong. Hang on. Okay, I gotta go bang this apart. These were supposed to go on the outside.
I was like, that looks really wide, but I didn't want to correct you. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to get this chicken done. Everything was so easy till I got to this chicken. All the little details. Okay. How did you do this with a scraper? I keep pulling with it. But there we go. Scrape towards the side, from the middle over to the side. There you go. Now we're cooking with peanut oil. Okay. It's like I've seen Sally and Josie do this. I knew there was a trick. Okay. Now let's see if it comes out. The trick is, question used to be, why did the chicken go across the road? And now the question is, how did you get the chicken out of the mold? Look at that. So if it sticks, especially with something super detailed, cornstarch is your friend. All right, I need to very carefully pull this chicken up. Put some glue on him. I got the chicken out, the cornstarch worked.
All right, good job. Okay.
You're so proud of me.
Round, oh, I forgot the other end.
This is hard to do because it's thick.
Round 2. See, we do these live
the chicken
videos.
lost his legs.
We do these live videos so you guys can learn what not to do.
Or you can be like, well, if they could do it, then probably anybody can. So.
That's true right there.
All right, chicken lost his legs, so it's going to go on separately.
All right. We'll get this together eventually. We got a whole hour, right?
Yeah, we're in no rush. All right, chicken is on, except for I got a little much on the construction.
Is that really sticky glue giving you fits on that chicken?
Well, because you kind of have to push a little bit hard with it because it's thicker, which the mold stuff is still kind of soft. So, voila, chicken. Oh, the chicken looks like he's flying. Let me move the legs over a little.
What?
There we go. It looked like he was launching. It's like, what's going on with my chicken? He lost a little bit of his shape.
That's a rooster, okay.
It's roosters and chickens are the same. It's just a male chicken, Jami. Oops.
All right, now that'll drop in how I want. Okay.
It'll look so good once we paint it and put some dark and white wax over it.
All right, so this board might be thick enough. I don't know if I need to raise it. Does that look like that's tall enough on there? I don't know. Can you guys see that all right?
Put some.
I actually think that the board is thick enough because I just got like a scrap piece of wood, random scrap piece of wood.
Hey, we're all about the scrap wood on Wednesdays. Waste not Wednesdays means find junk, make it cool.
Okay, so I'm just gonna staple this board in on the sides here. To keep our cans from falling out the bottom.
All right, and voila. Okay, I'm about done with that. Oh, we got a whole nother can?
Yeah. Okay, so those are gonna go right in there like that. We'll get them planted and painted. I'm gonna probably use the heat gun on them. You are making a mess of these cans with that glue.
You know, you didn't do it, so there you go. All right, so we gotta come up with an idea for this last can here. I already used the rooster, I already used the chicken. I could use a big bee.
The big bee?
The big bee,
Yeah,
the
that'd
big
be
one.
Plus,
I'm not really a crown kind of person. That's a little,
bees love flowers.
it's a little bougie for me, crowns are.
All right, I'm gonna look at comments.
Where's the plastic scraper stick? What, Zebulon? Where's my scraper stick? No, plastic one. Did you drop it on the ground?
Nope. I don't know.
I'll use my fingers.
You were just boasting about how you didn't.
Well,
have
on
to use
these
it.
bigger ones that are more detailed, the fingers help. I mean, the thing helps, but whatever. Whatever.
All right, so here in just a sec, we're gonna let these sit for just a little while longer. Then we're gonna paint these and we'll get them planted here.
Oh, you need to go grab your heat gun when
Yep.
you're done reading comments, see if there's any questions.
So I haven't seen any questions.
Does everybody know where to get this stuff at? This is all available at jamirayvintage.com. The paper clay, the molds, the paint that we're gonna use. We get asked a lot about that. So jamirayvintage.com. If Caitlin's on, she can drop that link.
Polary Mom, thanks for the super chat.
Thanks.
Also, Julie Shankland, I don't hang pictures straight or where they go at all.
No, we have
I
a lot
have
of
to try
holes in
about
them.
30 times.
The laundry sign in the basement got hung twice. He didn't put that on the video, but
Yeah, Debbie's dressers with the molds are incredible, what she's doing with those. She changes a complete look. It's like it's not even a dresser anymore. It's like a huge piece of art.
yeah, I have a PM going with Debbie and Josie and Sally from IOD, and they had all these grand ideas for molds, and some of them were using a lot of molds. I was like, that's going to be a Debbie project because my ADD is not going to allow me to work on something that long. Now, if you're using quick and thick and it doesn't hold up like this, you know, like to a vertical surface, you can always put a little bit of painter's tape on it, but this glue is working pretty good. All right. Oh, where's the classical mold?
Beadboard caddies, can't keep them in stock. Tom Fisher, for sure. They go quick, and I'm running out of beadboard. I got to go find another house to tear down soon, which could be fun. I'd make a good video.
Or just buy new stuff and paint it with
we
no paint.
do have a video on how to make wood look old and chippy and crusty with lots of layers, and we made a frame for a mirror out of it. and it turned out pretty cool. I don't love the colors that Jamie picked for that mirror. It's got like pink and blue and things like that on it.
What? What did I say?
But if you went with like a creamy color and like a sage color, look at that. Look how good that looks.
And we found we need to show them the product that we're going to put on the outside of that.
What product are we putting on the outside of that?
On the sealer that helps chippy paint not
Oh.
come off. It's on the stairs in the garage.
Yes.
I called it Chip Stop, but it's actually called, I think, Peel Stop.
So if you have an issue with old salvage and chippy paint, this is supposed to keep that from coming off and binds it back down. It's water-based. You can use it inside or outside. It's clear. It's pretty good stuff.
Is it water-based?
Yep.
We ordered ours on Amazon. I could not find it like at our local hardware store. So we'll drop that Amazon link for that when we're not live anymore. So you guys can, if you need some, you can pick it up because we get asked about that a lot.
Because sometimes what happens is you'll get this cool salvage and then you'll go to use it and all the good paint peels right off.
Or it's like lead-based and you don't want it in your house peeling off and your kids eating it. So this will keep it from
Or your animals.
Your animals.
All right, she's almost got that one. I think we're ready to paint cans. We can paint.
You can paint that. I'm just putting a little...
Like they're set. They're not going anywhere. It's not quite dry, but it's not sliding off either.
Mess. I decided to mush this up and then I got all this.
Well, I think once we paint it, it'll be fine.
It's texture. I'm adding texture.
What paint colors are you
wanting?
wanting?
This is the classical mold.
Nothing wrong with
this is the
pinks.
Laurel.
There's not.
And Fleur de Lis. In case you were wondering what they were called, because we get asked that. All right, I got to do one more mold and then I'm done. What did you say? There's colors right there. I picked out 4 colors.
So Ginger, I saw your question, Ginger Swanson. Do you wait until they're totally dry to paint? We are not. We're painting them while they're still wet. If the clay cracks, because it can do that sometimes as it dries out, or the paper clay here, that'll be even better. We'll love it even more.
It is suggested that you wait till it's dry to paint, like a couple hours, but we don't have a couple hours. And lots of people do not wait.
People are saying they're taking advantage of the sale. Lots of molds going.
Oh, good. Are there molds on sale?
I don't know. Maybe they're not. Maybe not the molds.
I was like, I don't even remember. It was such a crazy thing. Caitlin is out of town, and she got the sale up, and I was shipping because both my Caitlins are gone, and I was like, I just gotta get the sale up before it's over at IOD.
So Sharon Thompson asked, how much would we charge for the caddy? Just the caddy like
just
this?
the caddy? Probably $20. Well,
no, that's a little
15.
much. I would say 12 to 15. It's just a salvage piece of board. But sometimes those boards can go for like $12, $15 just for one board if you buy it at a salvage yard, where there's some places where they'll go and salvage buildings and sell that kind of stuff. And a board like this will be like $12, $15 just for one board. So if it's authentically old and chippy, make sure you're getting what it's worth out of it.
Yeah, and these plants, the lavender plants were 4 for $10. So these were $2.50
Caitlin
each.
corrected me. The molds are not on sale. She's yelling it in all caps.
I know. I'm like, I'm pretty sure they're not, but.
She's like, Zeb, stop talking.
You have to go to the sale collection if you want to know what's on sale. The Bar and Sugden transfer that we used last week that turned out gorgeous, that's on sale.
All right, Lisa made it. She caught us live. All right, hand me a paintbrush. I need a brush. And what color do you want on one of these?
I'm busy working here. Here, brown. It's sandy blonde.
Thank you.
This is a little bit annoying, this thick glue here.
Yeah, if we hadn't been in a hurry for the live video, I think that E6000 would have worked great.
I think with practice, this could get easier. Oh, it's too many beads. And it does really work well on the vertical surface. I'm pretty proud of them.
Well, and it's shiny metal. We didn't sand these or anything like that. So it's going on really well. I'm using a number 12 paint Pixie, and I'm going to be kind of careful because they're still wet, and just be liberal with the paint.
All right, moving this out of the way. That's done. Moving this out of the way. Moving that out of the way, although that mat might be toast.
The mat might be. That's okay. They're like $2 for 3 of them or whatever.
$2 for 2 of them at IKEA, and we've been using this mat for like forever.
Yeah.
Maybe I should put some cleaner on it while we're still
I think I'm gonna need, do you have the French round out? I need a smaller brush for these details. I'm having to push too hard with this bigger brush.
A lot of our brushes are dirty in the jar.
Uh-oh.
Needing to be, oh, I was gonna use that for wax.
Well, too late now. I had to get it. I'll use it on the detail. I'll wash it out for each color.
All right, well, I'm gonna use Farm Fresh on this bunny rabbit here.
Are we gonna be doing a wet distress on these?
No.
Just gonna leave them?
We're probably gonna wax them later. I don't know that they'll be dry enough to wax. And you have to push a little bit hard when you wax. But you guys will get the idea. We'll share a picture later.
So we've done fun can planters where we cut them in half and mount them on the back of a board.
Yeah, with big number 10
I
cans.
just take an angle grinder and zip them right in half with a cutoff wheel, and then I'll mount them with some screws to like a board backer or whatever, something we painted, and then we plant in those too, and they're awesome. They make like a half planter.
Glop the paint on there.
Yep, that's why I got this brush out, because it was glopping too much. I lost all the detail.
Well, it won't stay that thick.
Might.
See, ta-da. And the thing about glopping it on is it kind of fills in the cracks too. Like if you didn't quite get the glue on there. The quick and thick you can get like all over the piece, and the DIY kind of fills in all the leftovers. It's clay, right? It's going to turn it into clay.
Yep. I'll throw some paint on the bottom for funsies.
Don't paint the bottom.
For the paint the bottom lovers. The OCD people, I painted the bottom. Look at that.
They should start a club. Like, I paint the bottom of stuff. Get a shirt. Oh, the gray. I got the blues right there on the front. Good thing this is rustic. So I'm using Farm Fresh. Zeb used Sandy Blonde. You didn't put it on there thick enough. You need to get the other brush, because you can see brush strokes.
I will. I'll get it on thick in a minute here. I just gotta...
Because it is shiny, so if you push really hard, it's going to be really brush strokey, because it's not going to want to adhere, and I don't want to do multiple coats, so I'm just glopping this paint on there.
All right. I'll get it on nice and thick.
Missed a spot.
Oh, Ty's answering questions about the tools. Good job, Ty.
The Ty knows tools.
Ty is the one that introduced me to the Milwaukee tools. He bought me my first couple of drills. Saved my life. I was using an old busted drill. And he gave me a couple drills. It was awesome.
All right. Next.
Okay, that's looking pretty good there. All right. I'm going to go get the heat gun while you paint these other ones and start getting these dry so we can show them what they look like planted before the video's over.
Okay. Oh, we got 24 minutes. We're good.
All right.
All right. Denise says Farm Fresh is her favorite. All right, let me see if I have any questions. Yeah, so the Gorilla Glue we got at Home Depot. The other thing about the cans, that if you didn't do molds, you can also use toilet bowl cleaner on them and rust them, and then do like chippy paint over the rust. That would be really fun to do.
Or even just leave them rusted.
Yeah. I have a friend saving me her number 10 food storage cans because I want to do a project with them. So we'll show you how to do what Zeb just described. Where am I going blind? There's French millinery. French millinery.
I'm just using the heat gun on the can here. Gonna dry this up quick so that we can get them planted.
Yeah, we can't put the wax on them right now because the clay takes a little while to dry. But when we do the wax, then they'll really look good. Careful not to push too hard and mush your molds. If they're all the way dry, it makes this process a lot easier.
Yeah, if you weren't doing it live, you could wait for them to dry and then paint them and be good to go. Like that's probably the preferred method.
could have used the heat gun on the clay a little bit before we got started. Painting, that might have been.
I think it would crack it if you dry it out too fast like that.
Oh, I got lots of grips. Hold on. Oh, move the heat gun. There you go. Put it on its side when you do it. That way you're not forcing drips, because I put my paint on a lot thicker.
That's alright, that's going to be hidden down below the planter.
Oh, okay. Still don't want to make these drips. Like
And you got a lot of paint inside your cans. How'd you do that?
You know, I don't know. You can see I'm lazy. I just wipe off most of the paint and then I wipe it off with a dry rag and then go to the next one.
Crystal Price, are you going to sell sweet pickings in your shop?
What?
We can't technically sell sweet pickings in our shop because there are retailer areas and there's another retailer in Lehi.
However,
we have a workaround.
We are going to start carrying Old Barn milk paint because Sweet Pickens just bought them out. And Old Barn does not have restrictions as far as how far away you can be. They don't have the full colors, the boutique colors that all of Sweet Pickens has, but they have a lot of the basics and the Bonds. So we will be selling Old Barn milk paint in, I don't know, maybe a month or two, as soon as Sasha gets up and running. I confirmed with her yesterday that I could do that, so that's good. Or you can always order online and then pick up at our shop, but I just can't sell it directly through the shop because there's another retailer in town.
Alright.
Woo!
The heat gun's real warmed up. It got hot.
The can got hot. And this is skeleton key mixed with white swan. It makes it really pretty blue-gray.
Leah Drake, these are pint soup cans. They had spaghetti sauce in them.
Hold on, stop.
You got, man, that is really thick.
Don't you be giving me a hard time. It's got texture. You can see metal on yours. You can't see metal on mine.
That's all right.
I'm almost there.
Yeah, this is basically one thick coat of DIY paint.
It's probably like 2 coats in one. Not gonna lie. There's water in my can. I gotta scoop some of this paint off of there. I put too much. Alright, that one's ready.
Jamie Lee, I don't know how to fix the Waverly chalk paint issue. It sounds like you're painting a light color over a dark color, and even with 3 coats, you might just have to put more coats on.
Oh yeah.
I haven't used the Waverly paint. We don't use that, so I couldn't advise you on how to fix that issue. But with these DIY paints that we've got, and also with the Sweet Pickens milk paint, usually on a light color, 3 coats is more than enough to get it covered.
White, you're going to take 4 coats on milk paint.
Yeah,
on
milk
DIY paint,
paint.
3 coats is plenty because it's thick.
So it just depends on what you're painting. If you're painting white over a lighter color, it might not take as many coats.
All right, how's it going? You getting there?
Simply 37148. It's always JRV live video time on Wednesdays at 10:30 in the morning. Well, 10:30 Utah time.
Well, unless we're out of town.
Yeah, we might. We're still planning on going live while we're on vacation, while we're on a family reunion. Jamie's not calling it a vacation. She says it doesn't count. But we're going to go thrifting down in Albuquerque and see if we can find deals the same as we do up here. We're going to see if we can go live there if we've got good internet.
You didn't quite go thick enough. You can see. It's better to go thicker with it than thinner with it because you want to get it all the cracks so it doesn't look like there's two pieces.
So Jamie put this paint on thick enough, and using the heat gun, I'm getting like some fun crackle on these cans.
Yeah, with DIY paint, if you put it on thick, it will crackle with a heat gun. You'll get big crackle, not like the little crack that you get from milk paint.
Phyllis, anytime I can have a tax deduction, it is a vacation in my mind. It's going to be a write-off because we're going to do a YouTube video in Albuquerque.
I'm writing it off. Alright. Sorry, you gotta heat dry this again. You really...
Oh, Lisa says there's lots of estate sales in Albuquerque that are good to catch.
I don't think we're gonna get that crazy.
I don't know if we'll have time to hunt them down and find them.
We'll probably just hit up one Goodwill because we do actually have to...
We got to do some family reunioning. Although they all want to come thrifting with us.
I do not want to bring your whole family with us. That is
I think my mom and probably my sisters.
If your mom comes and the whole family wants to come because she's so popular... Everybody loves mom. I think we should just be like, nobody gets to come. All right. Can you heat that one for me? And then we're good. All right. I'll start planting these ones. Can you heat gun that one?
Laura, we didn't blow Sasha's secret. She announced it on her page the other day.
Yeah. It's public knowledge. Don't worry. This is totally old worldy because it's... chunky.
It's all chunked up and chipping. All right, Jamie's gonna go to planting here.
I hate planting, it's a mess.
All right, so clear off some space here, get rid of the paints, and you're probably gonna have to get rid of some of that dirt because I don't know if it'll fit down in this pipe.
Oh, I know I will. But I think we might have to put some of the dirt in the bottom. We just kind of mush it. We're gonna mold it. They were overwatering these. There's moss growing on the top. I tried to find smaller plants. There you go. One down. 3 to go. We're gonna have to, good thing that the wax is non-toxic because we're gonna have to be waxing these after we... We've got a paint bubble there. There we go. Done. Alright, next. If you're really into planting, you may not want to watch what I'm going to do to these to get them in here.
It's alright, the roots will be fine. Oh man, what's all that mud over there? Was that in the thing?
No, because this is what I have to do. You ready?
Are you basically like stripping them down?
No.
Oh, they were really watered this morning, huh? That's alright, it's good to loosen up that root ball.
I'm loosening up the root ball, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Probably better to just find smaller.
Elaine Morris, I might drill some holes in these and when we're done for some drainage. I'll just go up from the bottom. It'll be real quick and easy just to drill real quick. I'm not super worried about it because, you know, we probably, I don't know that these will last. They're kind of a big plant for these small pints.
Oops, there's some plant debris.
They may have to get transplanted.
It's all right. They'll last.
This would be great with succulents too.
It would be. All right, give me the bee.
The bee's coming. Here you go. It's a little wet around the bee.
Actually, you know what? I need the sandy blonde. I'm going to put the sandy blonde and then I'm going to use the skeleton.
Sandy blonde coming up.
All right. Why am I doing this? Here, you do this one. Squish that one. There you
go. Oh, I got to get my hands dirty too.
Yes. There's probably somebody on here that's really a gardener and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? I'm proud to report that all the succulents that we did the other day a few weeks ago are still alive and they're thriving in my retail space. Somebody's like, you hammered those things. They were fine. They all lived.
Boy, you're really squishing these to get those down narrow.
Where there's a will, there's a way. There we go. 3 down.
They're laughing at your planting method. It's all right. Well, look at that. It works. It slides right in.
See? You laugh all you want. Okay, so these are gonna look a lot better once we've got the dark wax on them and the white wax, because all the details.
Oh, are we dark waxing these?
Yeah, but not.
We're gonna wait until they're dry.
They gotta dry. Ta-da! Look how cute that is. Boom, baby.
These are lavenders.
Yeah, this is lavender, and lavender is actually very forgiving. I know, because I've actually kept lavender potted like that without drainage in the bottom for a couple of months on my dining table, and it was fine.
Yeah, we probably could have just used 2 plants and like halved them. There's lots of roots and things.
Yeah, but they were 4 for $10.
Yeah, we got a sweet deal on
We got
them.
a sweet,
Home
sweet
Depot's
deal.
having like a big plant
It's
sale.
Memorial Day sale. All right, there we go. They actually look really cool. I can't believe, for all the not knowing what I was doing, how cool those actually turned out.
It's all right.
I'm proud of myself.
Once you get the hang of basic DIY, it's all just paint and
We
assemble
might-
and chip and seal and wax and done.
I'm thinking that when these are dry, we'll wet distress the metal to have that come through, and then with the dark and white wax, it'll look cool.
Yeah, this was ultra cheap. They were what, 4 for $10 or 5 for 10?
Yeah, 4 for
so
10.
4 for 10. So we got the plants for $10. The cans, I mean, they
And
had
we used
food in them that we ate. They were recycled cans that were gonna just get thrown out. And then
The paint we used, like, I don't know, a 1/5 of a sample jar, maybe a 1/10 of a sample jar per thing. And we started out with half of a thing of clay, and we still have a 1/4 left. So it takes about a 1/4 of a thing of clay and about this much paint, and then some old tins that you have lying around and some old chippy wood. Boom, done.
So how much would you sell the whole thing planted and everything for?
I would sell this for $35 at least.
With
maybe,
the plants?
Maybe 40. Because these plants, when they're not on sale, are $4 a piece.
And it did take us a minute to assemble all that.
So I would say between $35 and $40 for this completed little set. So
April,
right.
if you can't find salvage boards, we got a good video on how to get them pretty chippy and close to this look. You just got to use the right colors.
And you can use some old cedar and then layer on some paint and do some milk paint and some lacquering in between layers, and you can get a similar look. All right, guys, don't forget to go to jamirayvintage.com for the products we use today. And if you're watching this the day that it airs, what's the 30th?
Today. It's the 29th today.
29th. If you're watching this 5/29/2019, head over to jamiray.vintage.com. We do have some IOD products on sale, and it's been 6 months since the last sale, so you don't want to miss out.
All right, guys. We will see you again tomorrow. We've got
Our blog will go up. Or no.
I've confirmed with Debbie. We're doing a collaboration that Jamie did with Debbie over while she was in California. The 40-40 flip. Explain it to him real quick.
So we did 40-40 flip. We took $40 and 40 minutes at the flea market, and we flipped it and made some projects, and we did a 40-40 flip challenge, Debbie and I together. She is going to edit her footage. I'm editing my footage. It will be up on our channels tomorrow, so watch out for that.
Probably tomorrow night. Debbie said tomorrow night would be best for her, so.
We'll get our weekly vlog up on Friday, then Saturday we'll go live, and then next Monday we may or may not have a video. If we don't have a video next Monday because we're in New Mexico, we'll get one done for you on Tuesday.
Yep. All right, guys. Have a great day. Go get some salvage and make some stuff.
Now I gotta clean off my phone.